Hey, Jen here. Sorry for the delay. I did have to change the name of my YouTube channel, so I unknowingly called it something that was already a channel name, so didn't mean to do that. Anyway, it's going to be called Creepy Culture for now, unless somebody else pops up with that name all of a sudden. So right now that's what it's called, and my email is going to be creepyculture@yahoo.com if you want to email any encounters. And this channel is going to be about basically Bigfoot, giants, UFOs, Wendigo, the rake, mermaids, portals, any kind of weird, strange phenomena like that. That's what I want to hear about. I've had a bunch of people already share their encounters with me. They were really cool, said I could share them on the channel. So I got those lined up, ready to put on here. So I'll be doing that here shortly. And the reason I made this channel is because I've had several things happen to me. UFO encounters, I've heard of Bigfoot. The one thing that stays with me though is when I was little, living with my mom and dad, I had these two black shadow people that used to come in my room and hover over my face. There would be one on the left, one on the right, and they would just be about a foot above my face on each side, and they would just, I guess they were looking at me. I couldn't even tell. I couldn't see their face. But they did this to me for years, and they terrified me. They traumatized me. I used to try to yell for my mom at the top of my lungs, and nothing would come out of my mouth. And I kept this to myself and suffered in silence until I was in my 30s. And at that time, my brother had moved in with me. Now, when we were little, his room was next door to mine at my parents' house. When he moved in with me, I mentioned it to him. I was like, hey, do you see any weird stuff in Mom and Dad's house? And he was like, like what? And I'm like, well, I used to have these two black things come in my room and scare me to death for years when I was little. And he was like, I did see them. And he said, I know there were two of them, but I always thought it was Dad walking to the bathroom. And I'm like, well, that wasn't Dad. And yes, there were two of them, and they weren't going to the bathroom. They were coming in my room, and they were hovering over my face, and they scared me to death for years. And he was like, oh my God, that's terrible. I'm sorry that happened to you and whatnot. But anyway, so I saw these things up until I was like 12, and then after I was 12, I couldn't see them anymore, but I could feel them in my room. I could feel their presence in my room all the time, even as an adult. Like when I went to my mom's and I'd spend the night with her or whatever, she'd be like, go sleep in your room. And I'm like, oh no, okay. So when I did sleep in my room as an adult, I left the light on because I definitely did not want to see those things ever again. I still felt their presence. They're creepy. I don't know what they are, but they're not good. Whatever they are not good. So that's just, a little short of my shadow people. And I would love to hear from more people that might have had shadow people encounters. And, the more I think about those things, the more I wonder what they really are. Because now that I think about it, they're like human form, but they were kind of shaped like a gray, like their head was kind of coned up. So now I'm wondering, like, was that an entity or was that something else? I'm not quite sure, but I would love to hear other people's experiences with shadow people. And like I said, my email is creepyculture@yahoo.com if you would like to share any kind of encounter, shadow people or Bigfoot or UFOs or what have you. I would love to hear about it and share it on my channel. So this is just my introduction video, and I guess I will just see you guys on the next one. I'll try to hurry up and get an encounter released here shortly. Thank you.